there's something seriously wrong with Marvel Rivals ranked. And let me tell you, this is one of the weirdest rank distributions I've ever seen in a competitive game. See, this is the rank distribution chart. You see it? Is not normal. In fact, if you compare it to other games like Valorant and Overwatch, the difference is actually pretty shocking. So let's break it all down. If you like rant videos like this on Marvel Rivals, please consider subscribing to help the channel out. Alright, so let's start with the obvious. Look at this rank distribution. There's over 100 players in bronze, but then in the middle ranks like gold, platinum, and diamond, they all even out. Then all of a sudden, there's a spike in Grandmaster with 29,000 players. And somehow, in Celestial and Eternity, they have significantly fewer players than what we usually see in other games. Now, remember the Valorant Overwatch chart that I was talking about? The distribution is more like a bell curve. You'll see players more in silver and gold than they are higher in higher ranks. But in Marvel Rivals, it's all over the place. And I think I know why. Because what I've analyzed is that the system prioritizes playtime over skill. And when I say it prioritizes playtime over skill, I'm talking about, I'm seeing players with sub 50% win rates still climb into being the Grandmaster and Celestial even. A lot of players are just playing the game and then they're just ranking up because they're just simply gaining more than they're losing. And this is leading to another issue. If you've played ranked in this game, then you'll see that some games just feel impossible. Some games feel like a mess no matter what rank you're in. Bronze, silver, and gold. Okay, you know what? I could say everyone's just still trying to figure it out, but once you're getting into Diamond and Grandmaster, these are the top 50%, top 30% of players, they still feel low quality. And honestly, from my experience, you don't really start consistently getting decent games until around Celestial 2. So yeah, I think the system is actually rewarding people climbing by just playing the game a lot and not by actually improving. When you rank up just by playing more, you end up in matches where people don't actually belong at the rank that they're in. One of the biggest problems that this leads to is the inflation of egos. Since in my theory, climbing is based on time played rather than skill, a lot of players actually believe that they're better than what they actually are. I've seen people in my games blaming teams when they're just simply not doing enough to help the team win. But in reality, the rank is meaningless when everybody is climbing regardless of their performance. This creates a false sense of improvement, which is why so many matches feel bad and unbalanced. And players having this high of an ego in their games is just creating a bad community and a bad environment that a lot of new players coming to the game might not enjoy. In my last video, I talked about the ego of Marvel Rival players, and in the comments I've seen a lot of people complain that the game is just simply unenjoyable because they're playing support, they're playing a character, they're trying to learn the game, and they're just being blamed for not keeping somebody who was overextending or someone who was out of position, and that's really a deterring factor in why they don't enjoy playing the game. So this brings me to the question that everyone's asking probably at this point in the video is, how the hell do we fix this? Well, I'm an avid ranked enjoyer, so I've played in almost every single rank system. I'm talking Valorant, I'm talking Overwatch, I'm talking Rainbow Six Siege, Rocket League, everything. I've played it. I've been playing ranked for a long time. So there's a little things that I see that I think this would make it a more enjoyable ranked experience. It would make the grind more fulfilling, and it would make it more humbling to the players who are in these inflated ranks. Number one thing I would like to see is probably a full rank reset. I don't want to see any more soft resets where it's like, you know, we're just going to take you down to 4 ranks below to where you originally was. I want to see NetEase just wipe the slate clean. Every player should have to prove that they belong in the ranks that they were already in. And how do you do that? Very easy. In a lot of these games, you need 10 placement matches for the game to figure out exactly where you lie on the distribution chart. So instead of starting near where you left off, let's have players focus on going through proper placement matches to determine their skill level. So that means that if you're in Grandmaster and you play 10 placement games and you go 3-7 in those 10 placement games, it's probably gonna rank you around gold, and then you're gonna have to try again from gold. And another reason why placement matches might be a good idea is that you got people who are actually bronze, who are actually silver, who are actually gold, that are trying to learn the game, who are trying to improve on their own pace. When you put everybody back in Bronze 3, you're having Eternity players, Celestial players come into Bronze, and they're just gonna make the gaming experience for these Bronze players, Silver players, and Gold players like hell. So now, if you're Eternity or Celestial and you're playing these games, now you're starting at Plat. You're around people who are actually your rank, and then you go up from there. Another thing I see is from Bronze to Gold, you get this Chrono Shield. And if you forgot what a Chrono Shield is that every 3 or 4 losses, you get this shield that the next loss, you don't lose any ranked points from it. So right now, players don't lose enough rank points for their losses, which is making it easier to even climb and continue getting boosted up into these Grandmaster. And when I say boosted, I'm not talking about they're playing bad. I'm just saying that they're losing less than they're gaining. So by virtue of that, they're going to always be positive in the ranked rating department. Which brings me to my next point about ranked points. In these games like Valorant and Overwatch, these games have a performance-based metric where you get a set total of RR or you get set total of ranked points, and then anything where you played above your level, you'll get a performance boost. So I'm hoping that Marvel Rivals figures a way out to give players a performance boost based on their performance in the lobby. I think that you should get the performance boost if you outperform the entire lobby. That means that you're ready to keep going forward in the rank. If you're just barely making it, then I'm sorry to say, but you probably deserve to stay there until you're able to quote unquote smurf. And another thing that I was thinking about in terms of the smurfing is that yes, there are a lot of smurfs. So I'm hoping that they can find a way to deter smurfing. It's way too easy to make another account, play to level 10 and just hop in a bronze lobby. So I'm hoping to either put two-factor authentication on the account so that you can use your phone number and then you have one account connected to one phone number. That'll deter smurfs from continuing to make these accounts, or to make the level higher. Like in Siege, it's like level 50 to start playing ranked. So I'd love to see some kind of smurf deterrent like they have in other games, where two-factor authentication or leveling up to your account so that you're ready, so that we don't have this problem of people playing in lower ranks that they don't deserve to be in. So there you have it. The rank system in Marvel Rivals is in a rough spot, and if the devs really don't fix it soon, competitive play is going to start feeling a little pointless, and it's going to lose respect over the rest of the games. What do you guys think? Do you like the current system, or do you agree that it needs a complete overhaul? Regardless, drop a comment down below. I'm responding to every single comment, so let's talk about it. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow my Twitch. I'm going live very soon so you can see me play against these players. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.